this room have taken a yoga class before? Raise your hand. Excellent. Every sophomore should be raising their hand. Or just about every sophomore. Almost every girl in this room in the sophomore class experienced a session of yoga at the retreat today. And as I was going over my yoga poses this weekend in preparation, I was struck by the following thought. What if life was more like a yoga class? Now please don't misunderstand me. I don't envision everyone running around in yoga pants. The deans would not love me for that. Breaking out into random poses, as entertaining as that might be. For those of you who are unfamiliar with the practice of yoga, it emphasizes the care of the mind and body, the practice of not just spiritual, but physical nurturing. And I think the concepts emphasized in yoga will be particularly helpful for girls today. In yoga, practitioners or students are asked to leave all sense of judgment and competition at the door. We are encouraged to listen to our bodies and to open our hearts, both literally and figuratively. We are taught to embrace challenges, but not at the expense of the most important principle of yoga, ahimsa, which means doing no harm, not just to others, but to ourselves. You ladies, you get a lot of mixed messages from a variety of influences. The media, pop culture, your friends, sometimes even your parents. It seems that many of these messages are geared towards pitting you not just against members of the opposite sex, but members of your own gender. In other words, you are taught that other girls are to be viewed as competition first and friends second, or not at all. And it's very subtle at first. At an early age, you are encouraged to be friends with other girls, until one day, you both want the same thing, but only one of you gets it. A toy, the gold star for the day, the position of line leader, the cute guy, you get my drift. From then on, many of us tend to hold our female friends at distance. They have now become competition to us. Some of us break out of that cycle when we grow up and have families of our own, and we are able to see just how unhealthy that attitude is. Others never break out of that cycle. They go their whole lives believing that other women are a threat and never to be fully trusted. And as you ladies grow and get older, you start to engage in behavior encouraged by the media that is unhealthy, both to your minds and spirits, all for the sake of acceptance. You harm yourself in ways that are heartbreaking to the ones who love you. Emotionally, physically, spiritually, and all because of that notion that you have to compete with each other, when we really should be supporting, embracing, and celebrating one another. I want you to consider one of the yoga concepts I've mentioned. Doing no harm, leaving competition at the door, opening your heart. And think about how you can apply it to your own life. Look around the room. Really, I want you to look around the room. Everyone, look around the room. Really look at the girls, at the women sitting around you. Can you imagine what our world would be like if we were to leave all sense of competition and judgment at the door? If we were to keep our hearts open to those amazing friendships that are waiting to be formed? If we were to really consider the damage we do to our psyches when we harm ourselves and move towards choices that are healthier and wiser instead? The possibilities are mind-blowing, to say the least. Now I see some of you rolling your eyes thinking, there she goes, the typical English teacher with her crazy metaphors. So if my yoga metaphor is not doing it for you, let me offer another perspective. After looking around the room, I want you to consider this. Imagine the girls, the women sitting around you, not as competition, but as a potential source of support and friendship. With all the obstacles and challenges you're going to have to face in your lives, do you really want to add a class full of competitors to that list? Or would you rather have a chapel